Hello, everyone. My name is Miranda Warnick DeQuerco. I'm going to be talking about scholarships tonight. I work at Reedley College, and I'm the scholarship specialist there. I'm basically just going to go over everything scholarships tonight. So I'm going to start with what are scholarships. So they're additional aid that are separate from your FAFSA and DREAM Act application. So make sure to remember that it's a completely separate application than that normal financial aid application that you think of. They normally don't need to be repaid in certain circumstances, like if you drop your classes before you even get the scholarship, you might not ever get the scholarship. And some scholarships have repayment terms on them, but most scholarships don't have anything to where if you fail a class or end up dropping out a semester due to extenuating circumstances, they're not going to be the same as the federal aid. They come from various donors, from private donors to government donors, so they're all over the place, so make sure to keep an eye out for them. So a few facts about scholarships. Grants are almost always need-based, while scholarships are often more merit-based. They're not necessarily need-based. There are need-based scholarships, but not all of them are need-based. A lot of them are merit-based rather than income-based, so apply even if you don't think that you'll get them because you don't get other grants. Scholarships are a whole other ballgame compared to the normal FAFSA and DREAM Act application. Unlike student loans, scholarships do not need to be repaid, like I mentioned earlier. Make sure to try for as many of those as possible to offset getting debt for college. Instead of getting student loans, you can try and apply for as many scholarships as possible. During the 2022-2023 school year, 61% of American families used scholarships to help fund their education. So there's obviously no shame in applying for the scholarships. If the money is out there, try to get it. If you qualify for it, people want to give it to you. There's so much money that doesn't get claimed for scholarships, so apply for them. Make sure you also fill out your FAFSA and DREAM Act application, though, because a lot of scholarships, if they do have a need-based aspect of them, then they will need you to have your FAFSA or DREAM Act application done in order for you to get those scholarships. So just make sure that you do both of them. Also maximizes what you qualify for. There might be some little grants and stuff, like were mentioned in the previous session, that you didn't even think that you would qualify for or didn't even know they existed, and you might get it if you just fill out the application. You don't have to be a scholar or an athlete to win a scholarship. There's so many random scholarships out there. There's left-handed scholarships. There's scholarships for people who grew up in a certain geographical area based on ethnicity, community service, your major, religious affiliation, special interests, hobbies, things like that. So you don't have to be some stereotypical exceptional student to try and get scholarships. There are so many people across so many different walks of life that get scholarships, so just apply for them. So here are a few things that are really, really helpful for searching for scholarships. This first one that I'm going to mention is Big Future by College Board. I have the link right there at the top, and if you hover over Pay for College and then select Scholarship Search, it'll take you to the page that I have the little screenshot of. It's very straightforward and clear. I would just suggest making sure that you select the correct academic stage and degree level. Another one is Career One Stop. Just like the other one, I have the link as well. Make sure that you select scholarships from the purple Find Training and Education box. They offer unique sorting criteria like special group affiliation. That was one that I mainly saw on that website, but I think that would be really good if you're looking for special group affiliation scholarships. It also allows you to search for grants, fellowships, and loans in addition to scholarships. So if you're looking for stuff outside of the general financial aid, that has some listed as well. And I'll have all these websites and stuff at the end too, so don't worry if you miss a link. So there's also Sallie Mae. They're a loan servicer, but they do offer scholarships as well. If you go to their website listed there, you hover over their scholarships at the top and then select the applicable option for what you're looking for. They have their own low-effort $2,000 scholarship, so I would suggest throwing your name in that if it's something you think you'd qualify for. And it's also offered by a reputable alternative student loan company. There's also FastWeb. For their link, you can go to the link right there, hover over scholarships at the top, and then select find scholarships. It's all pretty straightforward once you get to the website. On there, you can make a profile, and they will help match you to scholarships. So they'll send you links and, or not links, they'll send you suggestions to scholarships that they think fit your profile based on everything that you enter on your profile. So that one's really handy because it kind of brings the scholarships to you. So this is a big one. CalKids, if you were born after 2005, you may have available CalKids funds. This is an account that's been set up in your name specifically for use at college. The program's growing like crazy. I processed like 40 of them at Reedley College last year, and this year it was like almost 400. So it's growing like crazy. If you're foster youth, you may get additional funds. So just check that out. Make sure that it's something you might qualify for at the school that you're going to. The link is listed right there at the bottom as well. One thing that I want to talk about though, just to make sure that you guys don't get scammed, is scams and scholarships, because there are scams out there for scholarships. If you ever have to pay any money for a scholarship, it's more than likely a scam. Places that tell you pay this, and if you don't get selected, we'll return your money. That's a big red flag. So if you're paying money, just avoid that website. You should never have to invest more than a postage stamp to get info or apply about a scholarship. And nowadays, honestly, you probably don't even have to do a postage stamp because everything is online. Nobody can guarantee that you'll win a scholarship. So if there's any guarantees, I would back out of that. And don't give out any personal information like your bank account, your social security number, credit card numbers, anything like that. A scholarship doesn't need that. They really only need like your enrollment information and your student relevant information. If it seems too good to be true, trust your gut, because basically all these bragging points just seem way too good to be true. Just trust your gut with them. These are some of the FTC recommendations for avoiding scams with scholarships. The following statements are telltale signs, according to the FTC, that a scholarship is a scam. The scholarship is guaranteed or your money back, like I mentioned before. You can't get this information anywhere else. I just need your credit card or bank account number. We'll do that. We'll do all the work, and the scholarship will cost some money. All those things, just don't even mess with them. So these are some common mistakes that people make while filling out a scholarship application. One of the big ones is missing deadlines, specifically with letters of recommendation. So a lot of the time scholarships require a letter of recommendation, and those are sometimes due a little bit later than the scholarship. Oftentimes it sends like a link to the person that you're trying to get a recommendation from, and if they don't complete that in a timely manner, then it can affect you getting the scholarship. So make sure to follow up with people who are giving you recommendations to make sure that those get in on time and that doesn't hold you back. And then for specific deadlines for individual scholarships, I would recommend making a spreadsheet, like an Excel spreadsheet, and just input the due date in one column, and then you can sort it by that so that you don't forget about a scholarship. That's a really good opportunity for you. Especially if you took the tip like in the last session of looking for scholarships from like your sophomore year forward, then you definitely want to keep good track of those so that you don't end up missing something that you've been looking for a while. Another one is failing to proofread the application. So just make sure that you comb through it really like with a fine-tooth comb, because the scholarship donors really do pay attention a lot of the time to those kind of things, like having good grammar and stuff like that. So I would recommend loading it into Grammarly so that you have some like help with that, and it can just kind of help you comb over that. At least put it in Word first. Don't type it out on the website's browser Word thing that they have, because those usually don't spell check or spell check as well, or you can risk losing your data if the page times out. Another big one is submitting an incomplete application. So sometimes questions aren't strictly required. You can continue on with the application, but if you don't answer that question, you're going to miss out on an opportunity. So make sure to answer as many questions as you can, even if you can press next and it lets you continue, because then you might miss out on scholarships that might just rely on that one little question being answered. Another one is failing to apply for a award that you're eligible for. That's simply just look for the scholarships. Those search engines that I recommended before, they have tons and tons, thousands of scholarships. There's so much money out there that doesn't get claimed, so make sure that you're looking for the scholarships and pursuing them, because there's a lot out there. And a big one is failing to tailor the application to the sponsor. So you don't want to turn in the same scholarship application for a math-oriented scholarship as you would for a art-oriented scholarship. So if you're going to apply for both of those, if they're applicable to you, make sure you kind of tweak the one application so that it's more artsy, and then the other one's a more analytical, because that gives you your best chance at getting the scholarship rather than just throwing the same application at everyone. This is a tip that I like to give for the essay portions of the scholarships. So if you struggle to write out an essay for just talking about yourself, I would just suggest just sitting down in front of a camera. Know that you're not going to do anything with that video. You're just going to use it yourself, and just talk about yourself, talk about things you like, talk about things you've done in your education, things you plan to do. Just like spew everything out in that video, and then you can sit down, write it all out into a transcript later, and then just dissect it from there. It'll just give you a really good jumping off point if you're stumped with where to start writing that. If you have any trouble beyond that, I would recommend reaching out to your college reading and writing center. I know Reedley College has a reading and writing center, and most colleges have something similar to that where they can assist you with writing essays and stuff like that. So don't feel shy to reach out to them for some help as well. So I'll briefly talk about our Reedley College scholarships that we offer. Reedley College offers over $190,000 in scholarships through our one application that we do. The awards range from $150 to $2,000. There's only one application for all those different scholarships. There's, I think, like 150 different scholarships. The application opens October 1st and closes March 4th. You have to be attending Reedley College, though, or previously completed units with us in order to do that. But if you're attending Reedley College, this is a really good opportunity. I have a link to it at the very end as well. But that is everything. Thank you guys for listening. I'm going to put it on this one right here. So this page has a lot of information on it. The QR code in the middle takes you to the Reedley College scholarship page. If you navigate to the right side of the page on the computers or the bottom of the page on a mobile phone, it has those outside scholarship links that has like the FastWeb, the Sallie Mae, all those different scholarship search engines. So that's really, really handy. And then it also has, when you scan that QR code, the Reedley College scholarship application. So if you're interested in applying for that, that's available there too. If you have any scholarship questions, feel free to shoot me an email. That's listed at the top as well. And then on the right-hand side, I just have some other links that are handy, like the scholarship link directly, some of the scholarship search tools, Grammarly link to easily install it, and then just mentioning, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. But that is all. Does anyone have any questions about scholarships? Yeah.
So for Reedley College, say like I'm doing dual enrollment, would I be able to apply for the scholarships? That would count as taking this with Reedley?
Yeah, I would recommend doing that. The question was, if you're a dual enrollment student with Reedley College, can you apply as basically like a transfer student from Reedley? And I do see that quite often, that as long as you have those units completed with us, lots of people apply for them. So I would recommend applying for it. No problem. Any other questions? Alrighty, then I think we're good to go. Have a good night, everyone. I'll be up here for any more questions for a few minutes at least, if you have any.